A beautiful day to talk Disney parks once again. So happy you could be here with us. You know we love rewarding you for watching or listening to this show. All you have to do to win your very own Kingdom Report mug, leave the phrase that pays underneath this video. This week, it's Mickey's Very Merry. Mickey's Very Merry is the phrase that pays this week. Head on over to the Kingdom Report on YouTube, and beneath this video, right after the live show is over, leave the phrase Mickey's Very Merry for your chance to win. Get between now and Monday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time in which to enter. If you are the winner, we will reach out to you and get that mug shipped your direction by entering Mickey's Very Merry in the comment section beneath this video. Now on today's show, Disneyland After Dark events have been announced for all of 2024. In addition to that, Epcot has unveiled World Celebration Gardens for the first time. We'll talk about the reactions. All the 2024 seasonal celebrations at Disneyland have also been revealed, helping you to plan out your trip next year. Plus, a Disney residential community. Yeah, another one has been announced. And what to add or remove from the holiday season at the Disneyland Resort that might better the experience. We have a new Kingdom Report live for you straight ahead. Don't you go anywhere. We're about to begin.
To all who come to this happy place, welcome.
Believe it or not, it is a sunny, warm day out at the Disneyland Resort this week, even though it's December, even though we are marching along to the holiday season itself and Christmas now just a couple days away. That wind is blowing. The Santa Ana winds are dusting things up, and it is a little icky out there, but no doubt still sunny. So grateful for that as we take that live look outside of the Disneyland Resort. Now we come on in here to the Kingdom Report Live studio where we are about to bring you some of the very best when it comes to all things Disneyland, all things Disney World, Disney Company, and beyond. I couldn't do it alone though. That's right. I need a bit of a team with me, and that means I am surrounded by some pretty decent people. Perhaps you've heard of them. She is a travel agent. She does moonlight as a princess. She is Katrina Manzone. Oh, my.
Oh,
Hi.
so nice to see everyone.
Oh,
Hello.
Thank you.
Wow.
Minnie,
Appreciate it.
what an honor.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
She
So is
like peeked in and then she left.
a blessing to have her
Yeah.
here, too. Minnie, get back to Disneyland. Don't waste your time on us. We got this. We're good.
It's true.
Wow. And what are we wearing today, Katrina?
Oh, I got like a little fun Christmas sweater, but it's from Disney World.
Oh,
I have
well.
a blanket on because I'm cold. But it's from Disney World. Yay.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Christmas plaid.
Fun days.
Got your cup of cocoa there, or
I got. Sure.
libation, whatever it might be. I'm
Did you
not
see
sure.
the steam? Some
did.
marshmallows.
Yeah.
Never. Yeah.
Using
Never
my
melt marshmallows.
imagination.
I was going to say, I'm missing all this stuff. I'm not seeing what you guys are seeing.
You should use
Sorry.
your imagination.
He needs Christmas spirit.
I don't know.
On his head.
It's like that part in Hook, right, where you show up and all the the dishes and everything is just completely empty.
I see the dishes all the time.
I see them constantly.
But then when you think and you use your imagination, you try real hard, then it turns into multicolored goo, and you eat it.
That voice you're hearing is our theme park analyst, Tyler Crouch, and he sits...
Hiya, folks.
Oh, Mickey, too.
I just want Mickey to speak for me.
Yeah, no kidding. Sits alongside Katrina there. Did you bring Mickey with you? I don't understand.
Sure.
What's happening there? Yeah. Sure sounded like him. That's right.
I had nothing for that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
I brought
no,
Mickey.
Sure. He's here. Minnie's here. Sorry for those of you who
Yeah.
went to Disneyland today. They're hanging out with
Yeah.
us. Yeah. And the us that completes us. Allow myself to introduce myself. No. The us that completes us. The Golden Goose, the reporter extraordinaire himself, Garrett Hassel, joining us as well.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, we
I
got a
got
little
Mickey.
Mickey.
Oh,
he
there
brought
is.
Mickey.
I got
Wow.
Mickey here. Yeah, he's a man of magic. After all, he takes on dragons. He dreams of magical things. Fireworks come out of his fingers. He can go from there to where I am instantaneously. So, yeah, I got my boy
Instantaneously.
Mickey Mouse with me. Like he's pure magic. You don't question that. And also, this Mickey, he's got a tail. You don't always often see the tail on the Mickey Mouse dolls.
This is true. My goodness. Well, you have a real keepsake.
You know what I just realized?
What? Tell me.
Mickey Mouse is a superhero, but he doesn't fight crime. He's not. He should be out there protecting us.
How's that?
That's not his calling. That's
Yeah,
not his calling. His calling is
This-
making dreams come true.
Kingdom
And
Hearts,
that's why
I
he's
understand.
acquired the Marvel rights, so that way they can do it for
So
him.
he's like, I can't be bothered to lift my 4 fingers. I need to pay these other superheroes to do it for me.
A whole
It's
fleet.
like a CEO, he just like overlooks and then tells people what to do.
Yeah.
Do
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
King in the
There's a
castle.
problem big enough. He will do it.
He will.
Like, dragon,
Right.
creating fire
Oh.
on an island.
Look out.
He's there if the dragon's not on fire.
Right.
Yeah.
But, Manhattan being attacked, nah, that's not his.
He is the Nick
zone of
Fury. You're right,
expertise.
Tony. He is the Nick Fury. I just heard him say the Nick Fury of the Disney Kingdom.
I like that idea, actually. And a cat probably messed him up one day.
Took that eye
Just
out.
like
yeah,
Nick Fury.
It's like
That
Fifi or
eye-
something.
Put that eye patch on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They both hate cats, Nick and Mickey.
Good to have you with us, Garrett, and Mickey as well. What an
Yeah.
honor it is to have Mickey, Minnie in the house today. Always a treat. And we can't start a show without a show toast. And this week, that show toast is courtesy of Tyler Crouch. So with the show toast this week, Tyler, who or what are we toasting?
Well, we are going to talk about it a little bit later, so I don't want to get too deep into the weeds about it. But I do think it's something to celebrate. So let's kind of take us into our news segments, I guess, by just saying that, man, Epcot Gardens. Thank God that I was about to cuss right there, but thank God it's over. Thank God it's over. I had to stop myself because I'm just so pleased, thankful, stunned that it is finally done. And so, to the
Huzzah.
Epcot Gardens.
The World
Huzzah,
Celebration
it's
Gardens.
Toast to you.
Cheers.
Yeah, World Celebration Gardens.
Woo!
R.I.P. Fountain of Nations.
R.I.P. Fountain of Nations. And if I may, may I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you may.
May I piggyback on this toast? Do a double toast? If you
Yes. Oh my gosh.
A
Yeah.
double
You're ready
toast?
to
Piggyback it up.
just swig another.
Do we have enough butter?
I don't even know, Garrett. Hang on to your boots.
Oh, okay. I'm not kidding.
Because we are about to toast somebody very important to the show. Somebody who had a birthday this week, along with Walt Disney. Producer Tony.
Oh, Tony. Happy birthday.
The great one.
Is
It was
Michael
beautiful
here
as ever.
to say hello to him?
Say that again.
Is Michael here to say hello to him, Mr.
Hello?
Eisner?
Mr. Eisner.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello? Hello?
Wow.
He-
Wow, what a
Michael
birthday
Eisner, that's better than
celebration
Mickey.
right there. Jeez.
No wonder Mickey and Minnie are here. No wonder Michael Eisner showed up.
Wow.
Tony's
Yeah.
birthday.
All for this man.
Of course,
right.
of course.
Wow.
He deserves
The
it. He
trivia
deserves it. Tony.
master.
That's right.
Trivia master.
He does it all,
It's true.
Yeah.
including the screw ups. So we're very blessed to have him. Yeah,
we wouldn't take it anyway. You know, we like it. We like him just the way he is.
Yeah, it keeps us on our toes.
Absolutely. Well, with that, there's been a lot going on in Disney parks this week from coast to coast, and the Disney company even getting a new community built here in North Carolina at some point. My goodness, let's catch you up. Disney headlines in review. We call it the Disney News Review. Let's go.
Disney News Review time, taking a look at some of the biggest stories from across the Walt Disney Company in the past week. Orange County Register reporting a minor earthquake near Disneyland forced the closure of dozens of rides and left visitors with little to do, while employees conducted mandatory safety protocols before reopening attractions at the Anaheim theme park. An earthquake in Fullerton on Monday, about 2 miles north of Disneyland, forced the temporary closure of at least 35 rides. The 3.5 magnitude quake at 8:10 p.m. on Monday was centered near Chapman and Raymond Avenues in Fullerton, according to the U.S. Geological Survey. A smaller aftershock struck around 8:30 p.m. No initial damage was reported at Disneyland or California Adventure. ABC 7 reporting Disneyland Resort announced the themes and details of the highly anticipated Disneyland After Dark After Hours events, and more nights are scheduled than ever, starting with Sweethearts Nights. In January and February, there will be 8 Sweethearts Nights at Disneyland Park to celebrate love. A limited number of Sweetheart Nights pre-sale tickets will be available for Magic Key holders beginning Tuesday, December 12th at 9 a.m. Disney Channel Night. This is new. Disney Channel Night will be held on March 5th and 7th, the perfect for the nostalgia lovers, and features fun moments like a High School Musical pep rally and Phineas and Ferb dance party. Star Wars Night is coming back. May the Force be with you. Disneyland confirmed the return of Star Wars Night with 8 nights in April and May, and Pride Night returns. Show your pride at Disneyland with the special Pride Night happening twice, June 18th and 20th. Spectrum News 1 reporting for the first time, Disneyland Resort unveiled its seasonal and limited event calendar on Monday, allowing visitors to plan their trip to the happiest place on Earth up to 180 days in advance. And were you ever wanting to check out Pixar Fest? Well, the so-called Festival of Friendship event is highlighted by an all-new daytime parade, Better Together, a Pixar Pals celebration, and a fireworks show, Together Forever, a Pixar nighttime spectacular with new scenes. Ember and Wade from Elemental and the Panda May from Turning Red will be available for meet and greets. The celebration returns on April 26th and runs through August the 4th. The popular Food and Wine Festival at California Adventure returns from March 1st to April 22nd with all new creative food and beverages, cooking demonstrations, and other cuisine-related events. Star Wars fans could hop on Hyperspace Mountain, the Star Wars overlay of Space Mountain, from April the 5th to June 2nd when Season of the Force comes back to Disneyland. And the Halloween season begins August 23rd, running all the way through October 31st, with the holidays beginning November 15th. Disney also unveiled special limited-time celebrations, such as Celebrate Gospel at the Fantasyland Theater at Disneyland from February 17th to the 24th, and the 2-day Anaheim Ducks Days on February 22nd and 23rd. CBS News reports more than a quarter of a century after Disney developed a planned community near Walt Disney World in Central Florida, the theme park operator and entertainment giant says residential housing and developments are in the works in Rancho Mirage, California, and Pittsboro, North Carolina. The company is also looking at additional locations for future developments. The community, dubbed Asteria, will be built on 1,500 acres in North Carolina's Chatham County and include more than 4,000 single-family and multi-family homes, with some sites designated for the 55 and older crowd. The announcement expands Disney's branded communities to the East Coast, according to Senior Vice President and General Manager of Disney Signature Experiences, Claire Bilby. Adding a range of home styles will line quaint streets, and homeowners will be members of a club offering a wellness and recreation center, restaurant, sports courts, swimming pools, community garden, and space for lawn games, fire pits, and events. Sales for homes in Asteria are expected to begin by 2027. Finally, My News 13 reports the new statue of Walt Disney was unveiled at Epcot on Monday during a dedication ceremony that included park leaders and legacy cast members. The bronze figure named Walt the Dreamer is part of a new area of the park called Dreamer's Point, which is behind Spaceship Earth. The statue represents the Disney founder later in his life as he dreamed up plans for Epcot. Seated on a bench, the Walt Disney statue overlooks the other new area of the park, World Celebration Gardens, which includes greenery, new seating, and shade. The area officially opened to visitors this past Tuesday with a new background music scored by composer Pinar Toprak, who created the new Epcot anthem. Dreamers Point and World Celebration Gardens are the latest part of the park's transformation to be completed. For this new outdoor space, Imagineers went back to the beginning using elements inspired by Epcot's original design. At the center of the area is a large planter surrounded by pavement that is inspired by Epcot's flower logo, which features Earth in the center, surrounded by 5 linked rings. Dreamers Point and World Celebration follows other new additions at Epcot, including Journey of Water, inspired by Moana, and Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind.
Like I said, lots to catch you up on this week. We start out in Walt Disney World, where we talk about the World Celebration Gardens as well as that Walt Disney statue, something we touched on for you last week in our broadcast. Well, now it's open. Now people have experienced it for the first time. We were sort of holding our opinion to a certain degree based on let's wait and see what they got there. I mean, we could see it from the air, the overhead shots, the aerial footage that was being provided to us. However, now we have an opportunity to see what it looks like inside World Celebration. In fact, we even are sharing some video with you of what that looks like daytime and nighttime. While this runs, we're going to bring in Garrett here, your reaction to World Celebration Gardens, this new area that now opens to us after 4 years in the making. And tell us, as we take a look at things for the first time, what's your reaction?
My first reaction is the same as Tyler's, which is thank goodness it is finally open. 4 years have passed, and finally we get to, be able to walk through the middle of Epcot and get around. It no longer takes 12 minutes to get from, Mission Space over to Living with the Land. That is an amazing accomplishment, and, who would have thought that a straight line would be better than going around in a circle? But all that aside, from the initial videos and pictures that I've seen, I think this whole area, it looks very nice, but it's kind of a bit underwhelming because, we were promised all these amazing features, especially this festival center that never came to pass. But, right where we are right now, you're in the sort of central hub of this, and Epcot took a note from, Magic Kingdom and Disneyland, where they want a central hub to the park that leads into different directions around the park. And this is a World Celebration Garden, so it fits that. This connects to, World Showcase. But within this, there are actually 5 areas, and the first one is called Dreamers Point, and that's where Walt the Dreamer statue is. And then the other 4 areas take inspiration from 4 other parks, and they are World Nature, Connections Eatery and Cafe, the Creation Shop, and then the soon-to-be Communicore Hall and Plaza, which will hopefully be opening in 2024. Fingers crossed. But yeah, there we see the Walt Dreamer statue, and it is beautiful. And then in the World Celebration Gardens, it is truly something special, especially at night. During the day, I wouldn't say this area is all that, jaw-dropping. It, kind of just looks like a college quad that you would see on any sort of college campus with, different areas to sit in. There are chargers, so that way you can sit, relax, and eat. So if you do have the ability to, work remotely and you're like, hey, I'm going to Epcot, I'm going to work at Epcot, that sounds great. Just don't do it in, June, July, August, September, and you'll be good, because if not, your keyboard will be covered in sweat. But I do think at night, this area is truly beautiful. We have those LED lights on the ground that we've missed for so long, especially Ariel, my fiance. She loves all the little dancing lights on the ground. So it's nice to see that there is some areas of that. There have been some tweets and pictures of some of these lights in the middle of the hub that disappear, but they seem to be getting them going again. It's just at night, this place illuminates and it dances with whatever is going on with Spaceship Earth, which I think is an amazing enhancement, because Spaceship Earth is much more than an attraction. It's an experience, and it's part of the, storytelling element that is Epcot. I do enjoy that there are brand new background music to this area. I will miss some of the old stuff that we used to have, but it's nice to have some original scores in this area. Earlier I mentioned how it looks like a college quad during the day, and I think that's true. There's nothing really all that amazing, and there is a bench area that looks like rusted metal, and I heard that if you sat on it, there were like rust marks on your pants, so that's an area for concern. I thought of something really terribly cheesy, and since it looks like college quad, it's only fitting that Walt wanted to name this their experimental prototype Community College of Tomorrow.
Community College of Tomorrow. I like that.
Yeah.
Tyler, the reaction publicly seemed to be majority negative in the daytime, and then as things transitioned into night, boy, that reaction seemed to change.
That's definitely true. I mean, I think one of the things that everybody loved the most about The old kind of middle section of Epcot there was that one little section off to the side there by Interventions that had the colors in the ground. It had like the fiber optic lighting in the ground,
Yeah.
you know? And that was like always crazy. And so I feel like that was some of the people's favorite things about that whole section. So now they have it all over the place over here. So I think that now that people have seen that, they're a little more excited. But how can you not see a photo of, you know, some planters and some walkways and then think it's been 4 years. What's taking so long?
Right.
And, you know, I get both sides of it. I think that everybody's first reaction, it's totally normal to be like, wait, 4 years, what? And then as you see more photos and stuff, you're like, yeah, I do appreciate this. You start to be, your first reaction isn't like, wait, 4 years, that, you know, now you're thinking, okay, but let's weigh this on what it actually is. And it is a beautiful place. So, you know, that's where we're at.
Katrina, lots of shade, lots of new seating, lots of elevated platforms and places to go tuck away and hide and hang out and, you know, do what you need to do sort of in that center section of Epcot. Is it better than the Fountain of Nations? That really was all that was there, other than those pin boards, I guess, in that little pin store right up front. There wasn't a whole lot to that area. I guess if we were to go back beyond that 4 years, it really was just the fountain that took up all that space.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember like the fountain when it's like on a windy day, like the water would just go onto like one side and you're like, oh boy. And so you'd always try to like maneuver around it, and then the line to Starbucks, and everybody just kind of like sat there and
Getting
just
moist.
Moist. It's a nice change. This is a nice change. Are people really going to use it like Garrett said in like May, June, July, August, September? Maybe not. I don't know.
I think
Could be.
yes. I think
like,
yeah, for sure.
I mean, even in the shade, you're not going to be shade. It's not like California shade where you're like shaded and you're like, oh yeah, this is so nice. It'll bring like a little bit of, it'll take the heat away a little bit because like the leaves and stuff will absorb it and whatnot. And
But
there's
you're
like
still sitting in soup.
but you're still, it's so really hot. And I'm not like, you would want to go to the air conditioning. So if there was like a nice cross breeze, like that's why everybody sits in between connections and creations, because you get that nice cross breeze. The wind tunnel comes through, and then people open the doors and you get the AC billowing from both sides. It's like the best of both worlds. And then this one, it just seems nice for kids to play, you know?
I don't think that like one should exclude the other. I don't think like because there's air conditioning in one part of a theme park that we shouldn't build these nice places to hang out in a different place, you know.
I mean, most of Magic
nice.
Kingdom is outside. You know, there's
Yeah.
very
Everybody
few-
loves the fake lawns out there. you
Yeah,
know?
I mean, I think that's kind of like they're realizing that like people do want. That's the thing that here's one of the things that Disney does better than any other theme park in the whole world is they realize that there needs to be pacing to your day. Like Universal is great and everything, don't get me wrong, but everywhere you go, they're just like blasting music in your face, and there really isn't like a chill time anywhere. There's no like amazing place to feel comfortable really.
It's a lot of concrete. There's not much
I like the leafy
shade
cauldron.
or trees and grass and all that. It's a lot of concrete.
So I think
especially-
what Disney understands better than a lot of these other places is that there needs to be like pacing through the day. There needs to be places for you to just have a quiet moment, like and so that's these places to me are very important. And even if you think, you know, oh, there's air conditioning over there, why wouldn't nobody should hang out here because there's air conditioning over there? I don't know. I think these places like this enrich the whole experience because you're now getting a more interesting thing to look at. You're not just looking at, you know, benches on the side of a street. You know, there's something going on in each little place, and I think that's a really that's where they've kind of made a slam dunk here. You know,
especially at night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you
Looking
guys have
retro
ever
cool,
looked
right,
at-
Garrett?
Retro cool. But if you've ever looked at this new area from above, it's not just like a simple garden that, you know, everything's symmetrical. The 4 or the 5 different areas match the sort of lands or, you know, areas of Epcot that they lead to. So the one that's by Moana, you know, it looks like a kind of a river running through it. You know, the shading, it kind of has a more natural feel to it, while over by the Communicore Hall, you know, it looks more digital. And then, you know, even by, you know, creations and connections, those have their own sort of unique design and look with special lighting or different seating or even the ground type, especially the one area that has a giant bump in the ground where people can just, break ankles and tear, ACLs all day. That I'm looking forward to all of that right there. There's no coloring. It blends in with the ground at night. Solid choice. Who doesn't love a good lawsuit?
Took 4 years for that.
Yeah.
4
Well,
years
for
for
that leveling.
Yeah. Yeah. But I think at night this area looks spectacular, and I look forward to in a few weeks when I get to experience it myself, along with Luminous. I'm trying not to watch anything so I can experience it myself, because after Epcot Forever, anything's better, honestly.
Wow. He's on his way very soon. Well,
People seem to like it.
Yeah, we look forward to that report from you, and you let us know. World Celebration Gardens. Much ado about nothing. This something that makes you go, man, that looks better than what was there. Just a fountain. Or do you feel like maybe, could have done more in 4 years? You let us know in the comments. Disneyland Resort is the place, and boy, did they let the cat out of the bag when it comes to 2024 events, in particular, Disneyland After Dark events for 2024. You know it. There are so many of these themed after-hour parties coming back to the theme parks in 2024. Lots of special tickets that, of course, need to be purchased for this. But Tyler, a whole list of special ticketed parties for Disneyland. I guess, which tickle your fancy? And did anything surprise you?
I actually, so I guess I will start with the tickly bits. I gotta say, the last time I went to Pride Night, that was like so cool. Everybody was really into that, and so I could definitely see myself wanting to go again, because I just feel like the vibes were immaculate, as I always like to say about it. Like, I mean, everybody was just having a great time. People were singing in the streets and there was no crying anybody. There were, it was just everybody was there for.
Nobody was crying.
No one was crying.
Does that typically happen at the private events?
No,
there were no fighting. There was no stroller.
What I'm saying is there were very little children there. So,
very few kids. All right, hanging out. All right, got it.
Yeah, which is not. Yeah, I don't want anybody.
No meltdowns.
Yeah. But I don't want anybody to mistake it. I'm not like, oh, why are these kids at my theme park? I get it. Like kids definitely belong there. I'm not saying they shouldn't be there, but
Disneyland is not for the children. It is for the dual income, no kids.
That's right. The dinks.
The
That's
dinks
right.
of the world. Yeah.
Yeah, get out of my theme park, you families. Yeah, but so I'm very excited to try and get to Pride Night again. I think that'd be really cool. I think that the Disney Channel night is pretty surprising, but I actually think it's a genius idea. You won't catch me dead there. For me, a lot of people love Disney Channel.
I guess I'll have to take Katrina.
I know.
Oh, she wants to go? I don't know.
Look at his sad, disappointed face. I was like, no one wants to dress up with like Xenon or like Lizzie McGuire.
Raven.
Here's the problem. I was first two things. I was a Nickelodeon kid, number one.
Wow, which explains a lot.
So, but also number two, I was a little bit too old for most of these shows. Well, I'm not going to say that because I feel like a lot of people. Yeah, it was out of my purview. It just didn't tickle my fancy, And the thing,
don't upset Donald.
But the thing about it too is that also it was my sister was into like a lot of the Disney Channel stuff. So you got to remember, it was like an older brother with a little sister watching.
Were you in your
this
goth
stuff.
phase then? Was that what that
sure,
was?
Yeah, yeah. It's just one of those things.
Disney
Like
Channel.
It's just one of those things. Like when your little sister is watching something, it's not your cup of tea anymore. You know?
Sure.
So she was watching all this stuff, and so I didn't. That wasn't my vibe. I don't know. I missed the boat. That's all I can say. And I respect that people love the Disney Channel, and I get it.
It's quite the
really
legacy,
do.
right? It goes back to the 80s.
Yeah,
even.
and it's only destroyed, a few handfuls of people. So, so it's a good thing all around.
That's okay.
Most child stars.
Yeah.
That's true.
So I think that was a great idea, though. Whoever came up with Disney Channel night should get a raise, because I think a lot of people are going to lose their mind about that
if
one.
they had Protozoa singing, I would lose my mind.
But I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Sweetheart Hearts. I get it. But can we move on? Can we also move on from Star
They've
Wars?
been like banging it to like the ground. I'm like, all right, I get it.
Look how many.
Think of something new.
Sweethearts Nights.
Embrace Galaxy's Edge. Embrace Galaxy's Edge for the beauty.
That's the next thing I was gonna say, Garrett. Is don't put what you're gonna put into Star Wars Night. Put it into Galaxy's Edge, because that's already you're failing. You're failing at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
So what the resources you want to put into Star Wars Night, put it into Galaxy's Edge. I don't understand. You're just.
So Star Wars Night,
It
you're
makes
gonna
me
add a couple extra characters at Galaxy's Edge only for those nights, and then just that's it.
Yep.
It'll never happen ever again.
Yep.
Well, they're gonna have Leia dressed up in her white thing with R2D2 and.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say her slave.
No, she's not doing slave. No, she's not going slave.
I don't think that's gonna fly.
No, they're not doing slave Leia. That's for sure. I mean, hey, I could see a lot of people getting very excited for that, but that's not happening. Yeah. I don't know. Can we move on from Star Wars Night? Because it should be something else. Like what it is. Because I know a lot of people are like, "What do you mean? I love Star Wars." Yeah, and you should be treated properly. What you're doing is you're in a bad relationship and you're letting this person hurt you. That's what's happening.
It's an abusive Star Wars
Yeah.
relationship.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the breakdown of all of the dates if we can. I mean, between Sweethearts Nights and Star Wars Nights, my goodness,
Sweethearts
those are
Nights
the
is like
majority.
too much. Like
way too many.
it's not special at that point. Like when we did Sweethearts Nights, it was just that one night, and that was like the first After Dark event, and it was fun. It was great. There wasn't a lot of people, and it was perfect. But now they're just trying to like hammer it in and just like make all the money, and then just throw up a couple cardboard cutouts of hearts and stuff, and then say, "Okay, money, please."
Now, I will say this, if more of these events were meant to distribute the crowds better, then great.
Yeah.
Then that's perfect.
I don't
If
think
that's what
it.
they're doing, I just don't have a lot of faith in that because they never do that. And if this is intended to stretch out those crowds and make sure that no one event is overwhelmed, then let's do it.
Yeah.
But if this is just a money grab and all of these nights are pandemonium, okay, we have a problem here, and it doesn't make sense to do it that often and to not serve a better product.
Yeah.
Garrett, are you coming to Disney Channel night, and will you be Zach and or Cody?
I would love to come to Disney Channel night, but I'm going to come as Kim Possible personally. I got the crop top ready to go. Like Kim Possible was my show. I loved it.
But you're not
and
the
when
naked
movie
mole
came out-
rat.
Oh, Rufus is my dog. If they
Keeps
have
it
the
somewhere
Nako,
else.
oh my gosh, do you know that would be like amazing? Like Shigo there? Oh, I had a crush on Shigo, even though she was bad. I had a crush on Shigo for sure. Out of all these nights, Star Wars night sounds the most promising because it's Star Wars. But I agree with Tyler. If they haven't delivered with Galaxy's Edge, what are they going to do with this event? I will come if they say that Darth Vader will ride the Astro Orbiter like in all the old commercials and just go around and around with the stormtroopers behind him. That would be worth coming just for the sake of, I know how George Lucas hated when Disney would do that stuff. So just to see that happen would be it. The Disney Channel night sounds amazing. It sounds a lot of fun. I wonder what like elements of that they'll bring out, because the new stuff isn't as good. It's like the old stuff from the 2000s and 90s. That's prime Disney Channel right there.
Oh, we're going to see Synergy Central on these nights. I think that the whole idea of a Disney Channel night is probably in lieu of a throwback night of any particular era, because they can incorporate all the eras and bring in sort of the demographics from every wing of Disney Channel over the course of time. And certainly I think everybody believes that their era of Disney Channel was the best era of Disney Channel. If you look at it today,
our era was better.
Right, yeah. Just
obviously
our era.
The era that I liked the best was like Kids Incorporated and
way back.
Yeah, that was I was back in. I'm old, guys.
Bear in the Big Blue House.
Yeah.
Anyone?
Oh, Bear in the Big Blue House.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
heck
If they
yeah.
had
That
Bear
guy
in
was
the
a
Big Blue
gentleman.
House, that'd be crazy.
He was a gentleman.
Yeah. I do want to just say one last thing about this situation, which is just that, my thing is like, for the parties, it's like for Halloween, you have to do a Halloween party. If they want to do a Christmas party, it's got to be Christmas themed. I feel like this is their chance to do like new and cool parties on a regular basis.
Innovative.
And that's why I don't like the fact that they are just like, oh, Sweethearts Night again, like Star Wars Night again. Like, I think Pride makes a lot of sense, and Disney Channel is a great idea. I want them to come up with more great ideas like Disney Channel Night, I just think that makes a lot of sense to me. But now that they've done this one Disney Channel Night, I guarantee you there's going to be many more throughout the years. So I just hope that they take the opportunity to make something new and unique. That's because they have that chance. So
Very true.
I know.
Yeah.
Why didn't they do like a 50s night? Like that was a fun night.
Well, we needed more space for Sweethearts Nights and Star Wars.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's
Spaghetti
why.
Verdure, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh boy.
Well, I can't wait to cosplay as Phil Duffy, a Phil of the future.
Oh my
Diffie?
god.
Yeah,
Yes,
you
Diffie.
gotta chop
Diffie.
off your pinky toe, dog, and gotta get that milk engine.
Can't wait. Take me back.
I'm with you.
Bring it on. Yes. Will you let us know what Disneyland After Dark event are you most psyched for? Are you going to Sweethearts Nights? Doing the Pride Night? Are you heading to Star Wars? Disney Channel is where it's at for you. Let us know in those comments. Something else Disneyland let out of the bag this week for 2024 happens to be the full schedule of seasonal celebrations for next year. They've never done this right up front, especially going into a new year. Katrina, your thoughts on the calendar of celebrational seasons ahead, and where in the seasonal calendar would you suggest maybe a family of four plan their 2024 trip? There's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on.
Yeah.
I'm actually really surprised along with you when they're like, okay, here's the schedule. This is what's happening, instead of like slowly releasing it. But then I get it. Like they want people to like, get the hotel rooms. They want people to start planning
Book it
more
up.
now. Like, yeah. And then, so they're kind of like switching it up a little bit. But I would say for a family of four, I think Ty's going to hate this, but I'm going to say Season of the Force, Star Wars. Is probably like a fun one. And then also like the Pixar Fest, right? Because it's like fun, happy. It'll be like cool for a family to go stay at the Pixar place and then have like a little Pixar time and then go and celebrate the Pixar Fest. And then there's like a little parade that happens. And then, they're probably they're going to do like the nighttime show over at Disneyland. It's not my favorite nighttime show, but it is what it is. But I think those are like probably the two times. And obviously like Halloween time is like one of my favorites as well, because then you get like Halloween time stuff on top of like the Oogie Boogie Bash. So you can like plan ahead and then be able to go to like that party. Mm-hmm. That's always really fun. I feel like once it starts, what time is the Season of the Force? So April 5th onwards to the end of the year is like the best time to go. I feel like the first half of the year is not going to be that fun for kids. Because like for mom and dad, yes, maybe.
I can see that being more adult oriented. Yeah, that first half. You're absolutely right.
The first part is like like more maybe like teen centric and above. Right. And then everything else, like
I don't know. I think kids want the gospel
they love celebrating gospel.
Well, that and food and wine. God, start planning ahead.
Focus right there. Just like everyone clapping together, having a good time. Mm-hmm.
It's true. I mean, it was really fun when they had them over at the the pool over at the Grand Californian. They had some like people playing. Except there was like one moment where they had like full on like, what was that song? And we all of us looked together because it was like literally in the afternoon, like 1 p.m. People were like in the pool, and they were playing some very raunchy like. God, what was the song? And we're all like looking at each other. We're like, are they just playing what we think we're playing? It was like
they were playing songs like, about having sex, like straight
it was like full on like get down songs. Yeah. I was like, whoa,
yeah,
and like all the parents were like, Genuine. Yeah, and the kids are like, what's happening?
Yeah, it's those songs that kids don't realize are so sexy, but they are.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
that bump and grind at Disneyland.
It was a choice.
It was a choice. Anyway, besides that though, but yeah, like I'm curious how they're gonna do Season of the Force. I feel like they're beating down Star Wars so much, where it's just like, just stop.
There's a market for it.
I know. People are gonna hate me. I'm gonna get bashed on like Twitter and everything. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Just put more money into Galaxy's Edge. Like, that's what I want, is like more stuff there, more food options. Give me better stuff. let me walk around with a beverage if I could in Galaxy's Edge alone. That'd be really fun too.
Yeah.
Instead of like Oga's Cantina. That's all. But I would say anything April onwards for a family, A-okay. Fantastic.
Might be the best bet for you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it does look like quite the 2024. So if you are planning, take a look. You've now got the seasonal celebration calendar, and you can go ahead and make a choice well in advance this time around and not have to wait for Disney to release the official dates. I always feel like while they do typically give a lot of prior notice, a few months in advance, usually for Halloween and Christmas and stuff like that. They usually announce a few months in advance when those dates will be. Boy, is it nice to have this a year out so that you can really plan out your calendar and make sure that you are there for all of the right moments. You let us know, what season are you visiting Disneyland? Down in the comments. The Christmas season is here, and that means we are about to give a little gift away to hopefully one of our cast members here on the show by way of them answering trivia correctly. Let's go. Disney trivia time.
Woo!
Oh, I feel it. I feel it. It's in the air. Disney Trivia Minute. We are going to make sure that this is holiday themed throughout because we are racing on through to Christmas Day. The first question that we have for the team: what year did the Disney Parks Christmas Day Parade debut on ABC? No. Was it 1981, 1983, or 1986? Garrett, we'll start with you.
Okay. Okay. This would have been on ABC. Disney didn't acquire ABC, I don't even know. 86. That sounds solid. I don't know. It's a few years before the 90s when ABC really took off. So 86 sounds solid. No clue.
You're solid, dude.
You too, buddy.
Thanks for that. Nice work, pal.
Thanks, dude.
Tyler, what year did the Disney Parks Christmas Day Parade debut? 1981, 1983, 1986.
1986.
What makes you think 1986?
I don't know.
Don't use my logic.
Siding with Garrett?
I don't know. That's now that you say it that way.
Well, it's already been locked in.
Oh, shoot.
Oh.
1986 it is then.
1986.
We're in this together.
Congratulations.
We're all in this together.
Go
That's
Wildcats.
also going to be played a
I-
lot during the Disney night.
Disney
Channel night.
I got to be honest, too. I don't think I could handle listening to High School Musical the entire time I'm in Disneyland. I don't think I could do
Are
it.
they going to bring that show back
I don't
that
think I
was
could-
played at DCA?
Yes.
Forever and ever and
Oh,
ever?
they might.
High School Musical Pep Rally. It was announced in the release.
Oh,
that
they
that was
did?
going
Oh,
to
I
be a
missed
part
it.
Of it. Yeah.
Oh.
So if you're going to
Look at
Disney
that, I already
Channel
thought of
night,
it.
you'll see Tyler hitting himself in the face multiple times, just trying to get away from it all.
Have the earplugs in.
I guess so. Katrina, what year did the Disney Parks Christmas Day Parade debut? 81, 83, or 86?
Okay.
It was a good era.
It was all the 80s, right?
It really
so I'm
was.
like, was
Big
it
hair.
was it early 80s? Was it mid 80s?
Poofy shoulders.
Yeah, like, with like the frizzy hair and like the
Josie
very bright
Grossi.
colors,
Right, yeah.
big earrings.
Oh, big earrings.
Like you wear your leotard on the outside of your pants.
the Stranger Thing kids
Yeah.
were running around.
Neck warmers, ankle warmers,
Ankle warmers
when you
and
work
whatnot.
out, it was
Fanny
the
packs
vibe.
galore.
Suzanne
Right.
Summer workout movies
Oh.
of VHSs. You gotta like just
Thigh Master.
yeah.
Right.
Come on,
All
you
of
can't go wrong with the 80s.
So let's answer the question.
He got me started on the 80s.
I don't think
I don't
did.
think you did. I think Wade had nothing to do with this.
I just referenced the answers and off you went. It's usually
No.
So
81, 83, or 86.
Okay,
What are we going
I
with?
feel like 86 would be a good one because that was, it was the year after he was born.
What a year.
And, but then 83 seems like kind of cool thing. But I feel like I'm going to say 86 because I don't know because that was kind of like in ABC's prime time, like when they
Ooh.
wanted to start showcasing stuff on TV.
Even though it was in the morning. Got it. All right. And producer Tony, we know you're off camera, but if you were to wager a guess, what year did the Disney Parks Christmas Day Parade debut? What would you say, 81, 83, or 86?
Well, I'm going to say it debuted in 83 because I think I was there in 84, 85, and it was there.
Oh.
So,
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, man, he has firsthand knowledge.
right. So I know it was before 86. So I'm going to say 83.
Look at that.
Oh,
Tony,
no.
Ladies and gentlemen. Woo.
The birthday boy over here.
I tell ya, it pays to have a birthday. It pays to be a
Be
certain
old.
age. To have
Pays
been
to be
there
old.
at a certain time.
That's right.
Wasn't
Yeah,
even
to have a
existent.
memory that goes all the way back.
Well, I still have one.
Well, he still has one. Well, the answer to this question, what year did the Disney Parks Christmas Day Parade debut is? You are all wrong, except Tony. Congratulations,
Oh,
1983.
Nice job, Tony.
Tyler, Katrina, have you learned nothing? You never go with my answer.
I was
unless
thinking
you know I'm
83, but then I
absolutely-
decided just to go with it.
So I'm not going to lie. I was reading the chat and I didn't pay attention to what you guessed, but I wouldn't have gone with 86 if that's the case. No, I actually not to be too mean to you. I don't know. It just sounded right, but
Just right.
it did. It just did.
Sounded-
I was with you, Garrett. We were in the same. We were in the
We're
same
all
corner.
in this together.
Oh,
Don't
dang.
start singing.
Tony just yelled out losers.
I didn't
Troy
say
right
right
now.
I whispered
I
it.
heard it. He whispered losers. Well,
Rude.
we move along now to another parade question. What year did Disneyland's Christmas Fantasy Parade debut? Was it 1990, 1992, or 1995? Garrett Hassel, what do you got?
92, because it's 1 year before I came about, and they said, "No way, let's bust out the red carpet, let's get this thing going." I'm probably wrong, but 92, let's rock with it. I got my boy Mickey here.
Let's
and
rock with it.
He said 92 might be right. No
Is that what he
promises.
said? Thank you for
He
that.
said something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, well, glad they rolled out the red carpet for you. Bust it out, he said.
Bust it.
Busted. Tyler.
So when I saw the first question, I was dreading that this would be the next question
Well,
because
your worst nightmare.
because for research purposes, I have looked up the answer to this already. I didn't know this question was coming.
You know, you mentioned it before the show started.
Yeah.
I thought interesting because he does. Nobody knows these questions ahead of time except
Yeah.
for me. And so, yeah, when you mentioned it before the show began, I thought, I wonder if he knows.
So I think I shall refrain from answering this question because
Why don't
I know.
we wait?
Sure.
You can answer it.
No,
No, I know the
the
answer.
last-
I know the. If I answer it,
he
then,
researched it. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's very fair of you.
Yeah.
Can I phone a friend? Can I do a 50-50?
Katrina, 1990, 1992, 1995. What year did Disneyland's Christmas Fantasy Parade debut?
So, is it
Oh no! Oh no! What have I done? I'm
Is
wiggling in
it-
my chair now.
is it like the 90s? Is it in
It's
the
the
early,
90s.
Is it early
In the
90s?
It's definitely. I'll tell you, it's
It's
definitely the
in the-
90s.
Is it early
It's
90s?
before. It's definitely before 1997.
Right.
Was it like a couple years? Like
Oh my
4
gosh.
years after I was born?
I'm just.
6 years after I was born?
Is somebody talking to me?
He's off limits.
Divorce!
I can't. Oh, well, that's
Wow.
mean. That's
My
mean.
goodness.
Jeez. I just can't answer this question for you. I'm sorry. It's just
Can't
not
even
right.
give me eye contact either.
He's opted
Nope.
out.
Look
of
Nope.
at him.
Nope.
He's a man of integrity.
I am integral.
He will be on Santa's good list this year. That's for sure. The nice list. That's
Future
our Tyler.
CEO right here.
There he
so
is.
cold.
I know,
The
my hands are
coldest little
frozen.
More
fingers.
integrity than Bob Iger.
Yeah. Oh
he
my
can
gosh.
say.
It's like iced on
Bob
my
Iger
cheek.
would cheat in this, I bet. So,
It's true.
yeah.
JPEG definitely.
JPEG
100%.
absolutely would cheat in this.
Yeah.
But if you were to wager
But
a
if I
guess-
did this, if I answered this, I
Which-
could also
which
lie
you
and be
are.
like, I totally know this, so I'm going to skip it too. But
Oh my
I don't.
gosh.
So I'm going to go with the 90s. I'm just going to go 1990. Just going to go with it.
1990, you say. All right. And producer Tony, what year did Disneyland's Christmas Fantasy Parade debut? 90, 92, or 95?
This one I don't know, so I'm gonna guess.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 90.
90. All right. Well, the answer to this question, the only one that Tyler has ever abstained from, given the fact that he says he knows this answer because he just researched it himself for a segment that we have coming up.
It's true.
What is
The
it,
answer
Tyler?
is
1995.
very good.
Sorry, you're all wrong.
Ooh.
Yep.
We thank you for playing. And Tyler, bravo for your integrity.
You're welcome, everybody. Listen, what is a true game show if not for just it has to be like full of integrity. It has to be.
Damn it, you're right.
It has to be just.
You're right.
You can't cheat.
This
you
isn't
know?
Slumdog
It's just not
Millionaire
right.
where they try to cheat. No. This
No
is
whammies.
legitimate.
Big money.
No whammies. Big. That's right.
That's what I like to say.
That's what I'm always
I
saying.
want to solve the puzzle, Alex. Wait, no, that's not Alex.
Yeah. And you know what? It's not going to be what's his name anymore either, is it? Then you Pat Sajak. He's retiring, right? That's
Off
crazy.
he goes.
Yeah, he's going off into the
Opened up a
distance.
opportunity for producer Tony to host the show.
Oh,
Ooh, that'd be great.
he's so handsome.
Yeah,
You could do it.
I
on
could
your
work
suits
out.
On the
and
show,
stuff?
Tony. Can we come, please?
You can be my Vanna.
Perfect for Gary. Sparkling, shimmering dress.
The golden goose.
That
I could see you turning those letters. You know,
Yeah.
you could do a good job at that.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
And we are drastically over time. You stick around. There's more Kingdom Report Live for you next.
You know, Walt Disney, he is seen as sort of this mythical creature nowadays, this magical man that could do no wrong. And yet, he spent most of his life steeped in failure. From heartache to betrayal to death and even a breakdown of his own. It's often said that artists are tortured souls, and I think it's safe to say that Walt Disney was a tortured soul by his own standards most of his life. Walt Disney had to do some of the hardest things any person can do, and that is convince others of unimaginable dreams he had solely in his head. And oftentimes he had to stand alone in his own visions to make them happen. He was surrounded by family, he was surrounded by fawning fans in the public wherever he went, and yet so often he had to stand alone in his decisions and his choices. Only he understood what it was he was trying to do. He's more like you and me than I think a lot of us assume. Stand Alone, The Walt Disney Way. 10 Lessons for Harnessing Your Own Magic. By me, Wade Heath. A new book coming soon. Be inspired by Walt Disney all over again. He spent most of his life steeped in failure.
It is time for the Disney List. We apologize for the technical disruptions. We understand that there's been a cutout. It's time for the Disney List as we bring you a few of the best from the Disneyland Resort. And the things we are listing today are what we would add or remove from the Disneyland Resort during the holiday season. 3 things for our friends Katrina and Tyler to list. Let us begin, I think, with our dearest friend, Katrina. 3 things you would add to the Disneyland Resort during the holiday season that could make it better. And these could be anything.
I mean, it's hard because I love it already so much, you know?
You do.
It's hard to like nitpick
I
a
figured
lot.
this would be hard for you because
so
you're right. You're
hard.
such a Christmas
Oh my
elf.
God. The only thing that so there's one I would say is they had it for 1 year and then they took it away.
Oh,
And I love it so much because it was just so beautiful and so whimsical was the Snope over at Grizzly Peak. So
Oh,
when you
that's
would walk
right.
the trail, it would be so beautiful because it was like pretty much like as you like exit and you go by Grizzly River Run and they have everything kind of already set up. They have like lights in the trees, they twinkle, you have like the Christmas songs coming around, and then you have the little lightning bugs that they put in like the jars, the lightning bugs they put in the jars to like light up and stuff. It's just so beautiful and whimsical. And then all of a sudden you started hearing these like fans blow, and then like the Christmas music started playing, and then there was like snow happening, and then you're just like walking around, and it was just so beautiful and whimsical. I mean, there was like a time when we like showed up multiple times in that year, and then just sat there and waited for the Christmas music to play and like look at the snow, and then see people like getting off, like caught off guard because they're like, what's happening? This is so beautiful. And so that's one of my favorite things. So I wanted them to bring that back. It's like so simple, but yet it added so much to that little trail.
Bring it back.
Bring it back. So
Oh, I thought we were
bring
going.
it back.
No.
And then my next one is also in DCA. I feel like DCA is the one that needs the help, but is more food booths, because I feel like this year they really cut back on the food booths and I was just kind of like, this is such a bummer, and I wish they added more for food allergies, for all food allergies, not just like gluten and stuff. Like when you look at it, it's just so pitiful and so sad. So I like, and I get it, like they have to have a shared kitchen. It's not separated like they do in Florida, where they have their own kitchens, and in each booth they have to like make it in one area and then like move it out. But I wish that they added more foods from like around the world type of things. Like right now they're kind of doing American stuff, but then a little bit of like trinkles of like Mexican, but that's it. I don't feel like they've really expanded more than that. So
That's too bad. Yeah.
I really wish that they did kind of like what Epcot has, and they like showcase like different cultures of what they eat during Christmas or
Open
during
up
the
that
holidays
palate.
and stuff. Yeah, it's just really fun. So I wanted more. I want more food, because this
Open
is
that
the time
palate.
of year.
More than just cookies, Garrett.
More than just cookies that are cut out really cute and decorated really pretty.
How say you, Garrett?
No. All you need is cookies. All you need is cookies.
That's all you need.
That's a compelling
All you
point.
need in life is cookies.
Says the cookie stroll master from Epcot.
Yeah,
That guy right there.
That's what I've
I
always
am
called
Cookie Show
myself.
Master.
I was pointing at
Santa
Garrett.
does it. Why
Yeah.
can't everyone else? And
Right.
all he needs is cookies and milk. Simple man.
That's a good point. Katrina?
And then also my last one is just more holiday
Unless you're-
celebration in
unless you're Scott
downtown
Calvin.
Disney. It's just downtown Disney just needs more love.
Even though they brought in the snow.
But what else? What are you gonna do? I mean, at least do like I don't know, some type of
I don't know, it just happened.
like something fun. I don't know. I wouldn't say like put Santa Claus out there, because then everybody would just bombard him and stuff like that. That like that's meant for like the hotels and stuff. You like leave him over there, and there's that kind of stuff. But I don't know. It just during Christmas it just seems so sad. Maybe like different Christmas special, like holiday. I wouldn't say Christmas, but like holiday food items at different restaurant locations to make people like actually want to go to downtown Disney and like maybe eat something that's more like holiday centric. And then being able to like maybe have like, it'd be fun to have like a holiday pop-up bar that would come up, because we have like tons of retail space that no one uses anymore because they're all like closed. But
2 levels of ESPN zone.
but like something fun, like something like that would be like really, really cool. It's just more stuff at downtown Disney.
You know what I've always thought downtown Disney could use during the Christmas season is bring that Olaf Snowfest into downtown Disney.
Yeah.
They
used to have the skating rink at downtown Disney during the holidays, and that used to be so busy, and it's just
I think they'll
dead.
do it again someday.
Come on, gang.
once they have more room.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be fun to do like
Yeah.
an Olaf thing.
I would hoist Garrett above my head and twirl.
Oh my gosh,
Yes.
that would be so lovely.
I like that. I've got the perfect leotard. It's got some sparklies on it.
Sparkles.
Oh, good.
All the sparkles.
And we could
I'm all about it.
we could also wear our stepbrothers' Argyle sweaters.
I feel like Garrett does. I feel like he could be a
Sweaters.
figure skater.
Oh, he
like,
could,
You
and
know
he
what I'm
will.
saying? I feel like he's got the look.
Yeah.
Got the vibe.
I want some kind of special makeup on the face. You got to showcase something.
I feel like you look great with like stone, like rhinestones and stuff on your face, like
Blades
glitter.
of glory,
Yeah.
we call him.
Get out of my head.
frozen fire ice on
I'm
your
all
face.
for it.
All right, let's
Wade and I, we
workshop
still
this,
need to
everybody.
take our sweater picture for the Christmas company card.
Perfect.
That's right.
Coming soon. Absolutely. And Tyler, 3 things you would remove from the Disneyland Resort during the holiday season that might make things better. What do you got for us?
Oh man, I can make it so much better.
Yeah, well, that's why you're going to be CEO one day, bud.
No. I mean, honestly, it is fun overall. I think one of mine is kind of like the opposite of Katrina's in her way, or like is kind of the same thing, but it's just a different way to say it. Which is, I think that we need to cut back on the mac and cheese and the sliders at these Festival of the Holidays events.
Cheap.
Because there's 3 types of macaroni and cheese. There's the Esquites Carnitas mac and cheese. There's a Southern mac and cheese. There's one more, the savory Kugel mac and cheese.
Whoa, Kugel!
And I'm not even really sure what that is. It's a type of noodle, right?
Yeah.
Savory Kugel?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think it's a noodle.
Like a noodle.
Yeah.
That's a great name.
Isn't it like a not dumplings, but like noodles?
Kugel noodle?
But then they also, it's like then they also have like a beef slider and a chicken slider. So I just feel like when you have like a baby's handful of items this year, and you're gonna make 5 of them be mac and cheese and sliders. I don't know. It just feels like underwhelming. Yeah. So I really, the sliders are. There's only 2 of them. And one of them's a chicken and one of them's beef. I mean, I get that's not as. I just think the mac and cheese one feels especially lazy to me. Like, we need to like figure out something new to put in.
A couple years ago, that carnitas used to be gluten-free macaroni and cheese. It was like a blip in time. They had it before COVID.
Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah.
Blip in time.
And here we are.
I
now.
know.
But
I miss that stuff. I miss like the shrimp, like the Southern home cooking one. It was like the shrimp and grits, and then they had the red beans and rice one with the sausage. That was really, really good.
Much more inventive, yeah.
It was and then I forgot there was like a curry one.
Yeah, no, they've had really great stuff over the year. I mean, they just need to get back to being a little more creative, and I get that they work like through kitchens that are like not where the booth is and everything, so they're trying to make things that you can transport and keep warm, but I think they could do a little better because we've seen what they can do before, and they could step it up.
It's like, do we need to go bathing in mac and cheese all the time, Garrett? Really?
I know.
Really?
That's actually my Tuesday night ritual. I bathe myself in mac and cheese, and
that's why you glisten.
Sometimes I add a little crushed crouton on there just to add a little crunch.
Wow.
Exfoliate.
Yeah.
That's how his hair gets so high.
Wow. He's got cheesy hair.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You gotta have that Gouda.
Oh, Gouda. That's
all right.
Our Gouda boy over there.
Such a Gouda boy.
Such a Gouda boy.
My number 2 on the list is a removal, but also I would want them to make a replacement. So this is now we know why I've looked up what year the parade started.
Oh.
Christmas Fantasy Parade started in 1995.
We know this.
We know this now through research and trivia. We are all on board together as a crew and an audience.
1995.
End it.
Ended.
Let's,
Whoa!
Oh my
Dramatic.
God.
Let's get rid of it because we need.
You're crushing dreams, dog.
No, there's a time and place. Let's get some new floats in there. I think some of the things are great. Like we need to keep like the toy soldiers are like legendary. They need to be part of every Christmas parade at
And
Disneyland.
the dancing snowmen.
The reindeer, the snowmen, sure. I get that they should they go without saying. I get it. But I think we can just freshen this parade up a little bit, We should stop slapping lipstick on a pig, y'all.
Whoa. My goodness.
We just need to figure out because they do. We've seen what they do now. This parade was in 1995, and we see their newer parades. We see what like Paint the Night is like, and
do we?
I was gonna say, will we ever again?
Come on, you know what I'm saying. Magic happens. Magic at one time happened, then it stopped happening, and now it's happening again.
It's happening all over.
And then
it's happening. Not now.
Not now again. So
at one point it will.
It will happen
again.
once more.
Right.
But all I'm saying is I just want to refresh. Nothing. I don't really have much against that parade besides I just want there to be some Like let's make it exciting
Star
to go and
Wars.
watch it again.
Add Star Wars to the
not
float.
do. Oh my gosh, please!
Star Wars.
I was about to say. I was like, and let's not do Star Wars
No,
or Frozen. Can we just?
I actually would be totally fine if they put. I think like a Star Wars toy float would be really cool. Like I think that would be super neat. Like if you put like toy versions of like those characters, like think about that. Make Star Wars.
right.
Make Star Wars be Christmas.
The
I
toy
think that would be really
soldiers
neat.
As stormtroopers.
There we are.
With
Yeah,
hands
sure.
and hats.
Chewbacca as Santa. Thank you. There it is.
All right.
So my last thing on the list is not a complete removal, but just like let's tone it back a little
Let's
bit.
tone it back.
Haunted Mansion Holiday. We all love it. We all love it. We all love it.
Outrageous.
No, we all love it. But come on, it starts in September and it goes all the way to January 7th. And let's not forget too that they're closed for like a week and a half, a week, while they're doing this.
Can we get Katrina's reaction, please?
And
Get a close-up
all
there.
I'm saying is like a little bit less time. Just let's shorten
Hey,
the time a
you
bit.
better pump your brakes, kid.
Because I don't think we need it
treasure.
for like 4.5 months out of the year. Like
Yes, we
need
do.
it for 5.5.
Whoa.
We need it for 7 months.
I don't know.
Might I?
All the time.
Oh, Garrett, please. Might I direct your attention to the volume of people that visits Haunted Mansion Holiday versus standard Haunted
Oh,
Mansion?
I get it. No, you're right. I get
Hence
it.
why they do it.
No, I get why they do it.
Yeah.
And it's all your fault, everybody.
Oh
my gosh. I
No,
mean, there
no,
are
no,
people
no,
that
really.
show up and
In
they
all
do get
in all-
pissed off because they want to see the original Haunted Mansion. They showed up on Christmas and they're like, why is this happening?
No, I kid. It's a great. I love it. I kid.
It doesn't sound like you.
I love Haunted Mansion Holiday. Don't get me wrong. I just think that I have a lot of love in my heart for Haunted Mansion, not Holiday, and I would also like to see that
Go to Magic
sometimes.
Kingdom. Go to Magic Kingdom where it sucks.
I do go to Magic Kingdom. Hold on a second now. Wait a second. Why? Hold on.
let's unpack this.
I think
Hold
it's
on.
I think it's actually better out there, to be honest with you.
Explosive.
I think maybe the Hatbox Ghost section
Is that
is
stupid?
maybe I need to see that in person before I make my final judgment. But I
I would
don't.
kill for a staircase room. Literally haunted.
Yeah, the staircase room is pretty cool. I like the room with the shadow on the floor playing the piano
Yeah.
that you go by. I like that the changing portraits are on the ride rather than like in line, because then people don't stare at them and you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I think to me it's kind of a streamlined version of that ride. But anyway, we're severely
but I
off
feel like
topic.
Haunted
Sorry.
Mansion Holiday should be for Christmas or during like the holiday season and not for Halloween.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I
Just-
think they should because it's not really. Because he was doing this for Christmas. That's like the whole point.
Okay.
It's not for Halloween. It's for Christmas.
Garrett, what is it? What?
No. I
He's agreeing with
I
me.
could agree to that compromise. Like, let's have it last, week of October,
yeah,
and then it goes until March 31st.
or even
Best of both worlds.
Oh, he got me. No.
That way we can have actually extend to April. That way we get the Easter Bunny from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh,
Get
there we
Pierce
are.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that would be cool actually.
When 4 holidays, because you got Valentine's Day in there too.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
4 holidays collide.
That would be so cool.
Oh,
And that gingerbread house will just rotate. Good week for Christmas, and then there'll be like an
I
Easter
think it'll just
egg, and then
fall
it'll be like a
apart
heart
eventually.
thing. Be great.
hey, with the expansion of that Haunted Mansion area at Disneyland coming up,
Anything goes.
anything goes. That's right. So you're saying Haunted Mansion Holiday, let's remove the timing?
I think let's cut down on how long it goes for. So I think I actually like the idea of like partway through October. I would even feel better about.
But then you're gonna close it for like a week during October when it's like spooky month.
Yeah.
I guess
See?
you're right.
Have you thought about
Logistics.
this?
Let's close it November 1st.
I worry
For a
about
week.
when you're CEO and if you get a vote of no confidence for this decision, and I'm just trying to think about your future.
That's
I
why I'm
love
there.
you
I'm like in the
and
behind.
care
the
about you, and I don't want to see that happen because I might be one casting said vote.
Let it be said that I do listen to my advisors, and you might have something there, Garrett. We'll have to workshop this off the air a little bit, but
It has been said.
I think that does make a lot of sense, and I'm hearing you. I just want everybody to know that I hear what you're saying. Yeah,
I hear
I
you
respect
hearing
it.
me hear you.
He's a man of the people.
yeah.
That's for sure. Well, you let us know. when it comes to the Disneyland Resort during the holiday season, things you would add, things you would take away to make it better. And this could be anything. This could be dining experiences, attractions, maybe more time with Santa, anything that comes to mind to add or remove from the holiday season at Disneyland Resort to make it better. Let us know in the comments. Well, speaking of the holiday season, we are trucking right along to Christmas time, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the midst of it. We are getting ever so closer to the day itself, and we want to thank you for hanging with us as we go through this season. Make sure that you are subscribed to our channel over at the Kingdom Report on YouTube so you never miss a thing. And from all of us here, a very happy, warm holiday season to you. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, it is a wonderful time of year, that's for sure. And never forget, the legacy of Walt Disney, well, it lives on because of people like you and me. We'll see you next Saturday, 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, for another Kingdom Report Live.